Now pertaining to the kitchen and of course the theme we're following today at Azzuri Bay, which is the Mediterranean theme, I've been assured that I can find a lot of those flavors here on the platter. Now just to explain what the platter is all about, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different dishes and of course 1, 2, 3 different touchings and one salad to make this come alive. I'm not too sure what dish is what, so let me try some and give you guys the rundown. First, the spring roll. I'm just going to try the spring roll to see what that tastes like, and then the best combination for the spring roll. Oh wait, this is not a spring roll. This is a yummy roll. What I mean by a yummy roll is it's a 3 cheese roll. You got feta, you got mozzarella, and let me just try and find out what that is. I'm not too sure, but I don't really care because it's got cheese and it's got waffle. It's a lovely starter. This was a surprise for me, guys. You know, I expected something very different and I got something very different. Have the cheese as one of the main ingredients to any dish. In this dish, you can make out how the cheese does stand out. I love that about this dish. So let's see what this cheese goes well with. I of course has the hummus with the olive oil. We also have a little bit of garlic white sauce and of course the red sauce from Italy. So let's try some of everything, yeah? Okay, so we are down with of course the 3 cheese roll on my left. I have lots more to go. I found that the garlic combination was really absolutely on the spot, on the dot when it comes to the cheese, because the cheese of course has its nice sloppy texture with that rich flavor which complements of course with the sweetness of the garlic and that light, a very unique Mediterranean taste you get from the sauce. The combination, magnifique. Now we're going to move on to the next small ingredient at the vegetarian platter, which is the falafel. Now falafel is a very simple dish, guys. So we've got the bread base covering on the outside and of course the filling on the inside. Now this being a vegetarian platter, it pertains to the vegetarian concept, so you have a nice filling inside. I've just tried a little bit of the filling. It's not too daunting, it's not too heavy, it's a very light filling. I'm not too sure what the ingredients that go into it, but I can tell you one thing, I'm enjoying the most out of it. I'm going to try this with a lot of variations to see what's the best sauce and combination from the platter. So here I go. The hummus is absolutely lovely along with the bread. It soaks right in and it gives that rich oily flavor which comes from the hummus, and of course the bread is very tasty and very fresh. What complements it all is of course the vegetarian filling that's found in the center. The filling itself is not too heavy and of course not too focused on the ingredients, but it complements the overall aspect of the dish, which if you ask me is a very tough task to accomplish. But for them to do this, I say bravo. This unfortunately is a little worn out because I took all my sweet time to enjoy the last other components. I made the mistake of ending with this last. So I'm not going to use that as an excuse and stop me from eating and enjoying this meal. So you guys just hang on for a second. I have a little bit more of this and that. After I finish this, we're going to carry on to the next lovely non-veg starter. Now this dish, guys, is something that pertains to the old traditional way of cooking in Italy. Now they're trying to do this dish in Chennai with of course the contemporary idea in mind, because Of course, you're tasting this at Chennai. You're custom making this dish to the Chennai palate. So let's see if they try to pull off what they wanted to with the authentic Italian dish in mind, with of course the contemporary flavors which is needed in the Indian and Chennai climate. So something I'm looking forward to. So let's see what it's all about. I'm just making up sounds to make up for all that lovely flavor bursting in my mouth. Last but not least, I mean, come on guys, this had more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 really big size prawns. In terms of quantity, in terms of generosity, I must say, thank you very much for filling my stomach, because this is a lot of prawns and I like that one fact of it. It's not just 4 pieces of prawns skewered or arranged neatly with a bunch of vegetables and parsley. No, you get a nice fistful of prawns. You don't really know how many are there inside, but you're excited to know that there's a lot. That's one thing I really love about this dish. No conjuicy, fuddly taste. Now pizza, of course, everybody comes from Italy. Now what most people don't know is Tuscany. Tuscany is actually a place inside Italy which is said to be the birthplace of pizza. Pizza, guys, is a poor man's food, but this isn't really cheap because it's got some of the best ingredients, some of the most freshest ingredients, and it's made in that authentic Tuscan style oven. So let's see what this pizza tastes like. Wow! This is one dish that pulls it off. A vegetarian pizza. You'd expect nothing but a piece of bread, a few vegetables, and of course a tomato-based sauce. No. This is a different experience. This takes you back to Italy. This is traditional. And what's fun about this dish is, of course, the ingredients. We don't have your typical onions and cauliflowers and of course the potatoes and this and that. What this dish has is a concept, a theme, and of course all the ingredients working together in one nice symphony. Let me just, give you an example of all the ingredients we have on the pizza. One, of course, the zucchini, the yellow peppers, the green peppers, the bell peppers, the onions, the tomato sauce. Now these are all ingredients, if you ask me guys, work under the same branch of food tasting. They've got the same textures, they've got some of the same tastes, and of course they all complement each other. And what's the best thing about this one dish is the fact that they have made this in the authentic style of making pizzas within the Tuscany oven. What that produces is the fact that the bread and the dough becomes really thin. It's almost like a puppet, it's really wafer thin. You've got the sauce and the ingredients working in a symphony. This dish, guys, is very unique. I think it's one of the best dishes I've tried so far at Azzuri Bay. It's very apt to the theme. It's very tasty. It's very unique with the ingredients that go into it. So this pizza hits the mark here at Azzuri Bay.